Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Happy Christmas Eve to you. This is Wednesday, actually. Whoop, whoop, Wednesday, middle of the week. Some people call it hump day. Some people call it evaluation day. Some people call it just a day. But we have a topic today that I think you're going to find interesting. I think I found it interesting today. But I want to talk to you. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price. Melissa, I am happy to see you today because today's topic, I think you're going to be wonderfully well prepared for. Good morning, Brother Marcus. I'm happy to see you today, too, man. Today, I want to talk about Lisa's coming. She's downstairs making a cup of coffee. She's coming. But we want to talk about, um, we want to talk about working on your life instead of all your life. We want to talk about living your life on purpose and by design, working on your life instead of just all your life, just working for the sake of working or working on your life. This topic came to me early this morning because I have been wonderfully blessed in my business, particularly the last couple of weeks. I have been say 3 weeks. I've been very busy every day with plenty of clients. I've been earning great money. Praise God. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. But today is the first day in more than a week or so, more than a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure. But today's the first full day where I have no scheduled appointments with live people. Okay. With no scheduled appointment with live people. So looking at my calendar, this is a day I can work on my business instead of just in my business. And that's exciting to me. I can work on my business. However, taking that thought, I was excited about being able to work on my business, doing all the stuff that you need to plan out, plot out, think out without distractions today. Okay. But then that concept grew bigger in my head. Why don't we do that for our lives? I've heard it said that people spend more time planning a vacation than they do planning their lives. They'll put more energy into planning a vacation than they will plan their lives.
And I think that that's true. And I made that evaluation a little bit earlier in the year. I think it was about October. Yeah, I was running.
I made that evaluation.
I was running. So it was October when I started putting together the guided journey within content, because it was actually supposed to be the time that I was working on the Manifestation Planner 2021. But I realized that as great as the Manifestation Planner has been, as great as the Manifestation Planner has been at helping people to really bring about the results that they want, it really has. There's still been a handful of people that struggled with it because they were trying to manifest something without first working on themselves. They have these grandiose ideas like, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this. But as soon as they were faced with implementation, their demons began to come out.
Implementation, any hurdles, any little setback can derail the whole thing, because they had not done the interior work.
The work on themselves before they tried to do the work that they wanted. And that's the thing about the anointing that God puts in us, the talents that he puts in us. They're still in there.
Yes.
They're just being choked out by some of the things that many times we don't want to face.
I wanted you to remind these people again, those gifts, skills, and talents that God put in you, they're still there.
They're still there.
Even if the gifts of God are without repentance.
Yeah.
That means they can't be taken away.
No.
Taken away.
And it really does. It absolutely, not only can they not be taken away, but I'm going to share something that might not be a popular opinion.
Okay.
And that is, you cannot renounce them.
You can't decide. You can not use them.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about renouncing them. And I'm going to use a very controversial example in R. Kelly.
Okay.
His gift is without repentance.
It's amazing.
His gift is his gift. Now, the things that he is doing in his life, believe it or not, the success that he's had with his gift I guess we have to say the word allegedly. I don't know what you have to do, but I don't care about the political correctness of this. I want someone to hear it and get free. I want someone to understand that when you allow the negative aspects or elements in your life to move you into certain decisions that are contrary to humanity what serves
Society.
humanity, then you still don't cancel out the gift that you have, but you do lessen your power. And you wonder, wow, he's still getting great play, he's got awards, he's got all of this, but imagine who and what he could be if he were fully working on whatever inner demons, and I'll use that word because, like it or not, call it whatever you want, that's what it is. He's not working on himself, on those inner demons. And so what we want to ensure is that while you are working
in life,
that you're also working on your life, so that you're not working all your life for less than what you could accomplish if you actually cleared the path for your success to be made manifest.
That is an amazing statement by my wife. Melissa Price says, good morning, Miss Melissa Price. Bella Marcus says, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Good morning, Marcus. Dr. Deborah Dunston said, good morning, Dr. Deborah Dunston. I'm so happy that you're here.
Absolutely.
We're talking about working on your life, working on living your life on purpose, by design, all of that. Miss Sister Vivian Reed, I'm so happy that you're here as well. Good morning to you. She goes, peace, love, and blessings. Melissa Price added, work on your life, not all your life.
Absolutely.
On is the key word. That's right. Melissa Price says also, ooh, you both look fabulous in that color.
This is another one of Brian's new sweaters. And he almost didn't get this one because he didn't know how he was going to feel about these hook and eye things.
Yes.
And so let me say this.
Oh, this is just I'm afraid of what she's about to say.
This is a fashion tip for those of us that are very blessed and robust, right?
Okay.
You don't want these types of hooks if they are the only thing securing your clothing together.
Because you'll have gaps.
Because your greatness will show through,
yes.
right? You don't want your greatness to show through. But his greatness is properly secured because it's a zipper. And I love it. I just love it. I love it.
Well, yes. And Lisa's influence is why I bought it, because I wasn't sure how I would feel about that.
I didn't like it at first.
Okay. Brittany says, hey, family. Hey, Brittany, good morning to you. She was looking lovely today, both of you. Thank you very much for saying so. Miss Vivian says, true. Marcus says, talking about me. Yeah, we are, Marcus. We're talking about you, and we're talking about you, too.
And you, too. You.
And you.
And me, too. We're talking about all of us. Thank you so much, Dr. Deborah says. I agree with Brittany. You guys look great. That color works. Thank you. We should have on our Santa hats today.
They're both downstairs on the table. Last night.
I'm gonna have to go get me another little bit of exercise.
Okay. Yes. They're both downstairs on the coffee table, I believe. Okay. Coffee table or couch, one. Okay. Dr. Deborah says, I agree with Brittany. Okay, we got that. Brittany says, amen. Miss Vivian Reed says, if I had to choose, Lord, please clear me out. Oh, my Lord, clear you out. What you talking about, girl? Marcus says, Brian, you look fly. Whoa. Thank you very much for saying so. Feels good. Cynthia Murray's here. Good morning, Cynthia. Happy that you joined us today. Working on your life. Again, that whole concept. If you're going to take a vacation, people think out their vacations. They think about where they're going to go. They think about how they're going to get there. They think about how they're going to pay for it. They think about how long they're going to stay. They think about how they're going to feed themselves when they're on vacation. They think about the trip back. They think about the things that they're going to do on vacation. We do all of this thinking and planning when it comes to vacation thoughts. Where we're going to go, what we're going to do when we get there, how we're going to have fun, all that kind of stuff. Feeding ourselves, feeding other people, who we might meet, all of that stuff. We think it out when we go on vacation. But when you ask someone about what kind of year do you expect to have or what you're going to do this year, most people have put no thought to it at all, not even a thought. So working on your life. What if we worked on our lives with the same intensity that we work on planning out a vacation? Hallelujah. That just spoke to my spirit.
What if you paid as much attention to weeding your garden at home as you do to preparing for your holiday.
Yeah. Um, Good morning again, Miss Phyllis. How you doing? Briggity Bree Bree's here. Good morning, Brianna. Spending some time. We're talking about working on your life.
Or did I miss it?
I don't
Did
know
I
if
just
it
miss
is.
it?
Dr. Deborah says right. You definitely have to work on the stuff within. Work on your life. Be intentional about it. And don't just lollygag through it.
That's right. Lollygag was the word of the day yesterday. I actually had another funny word. I don't know if it's so funny, but it tickled me. I was talking to
Your glasses.
that's because I'm smoked up.
Okay.
I was talking to Rebecca, one of my sisters from B Team,
Uh-huh.
and we were talking about choosing something, and the word cherry picked came up.
Yeah.
I'm like, cherry picked is another interesting
Yeah.
word. I don't know where that one comes
I don't
from.
know where it comes from. I know what it means in sports.
What?
You know, cherry picking, that means you only taking the easy stuff.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I get that.
You're only taking the easy opportunities.
But I thought it would be more difficult to pick a cherry than to just grab anything. Oh, so that's what it is. They're not just grabbing anything. They're only grabbing the easy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You got some more comments up there. I can't
Okay,
see
cool.
that.
Brian, you got that? Good morning, beautiful duo. Thank you, Cynthia. Dr. Deborah says, right. You definitely have to work on your life. We covered that. Vivian Reed says, I have another round, Lisa. Wait a minute. I have been around Lisa's page.
Oh.
Yes, you've been around Lisa's page. You've been Sister Vivian Reed, but you've been around in life. Vivian Reed, you have wisdom to impart. You've been through some things. There are some people, Miss Vivian, that you could talk to that would be better off because they had a conversation with you.
Absolutely.
Miss Phyllis says, good morning. Brianna says, good morning. Vivian Reed says, clean me out from the negativity that withhold me from my relationships with God.
And that's the importance of working on your life as much as working in your life. Working on it is the tough stuff. It's not always the fun stuff. And a lot of times when the issue is not big enough, like when we don't see, when it's still a small weed, we just go on to the next thing and on to the next things. But I have seen weeds turn into whole freaking tree stalks. I had a weed in the front of my house on Sunset that was in, you know how you have a bush, and then so there was weeds underneath the bush.
Mm-hmm.
That weed, I started out just pulling it out, much like I did with the flyers. But when you get to the point where it seems like that weed is relentless, then sometimes you begin to think, you know what? I'm just not going to give it any energy.
Exactly. And it
I'm not
overtook the whole bush.
Oh my God!
Than the bush.
It got bigger than the bush.
The weed got. There was a. She had bush right underneath the windows, and that weed had gotten thick and wrangly and gnarly, and it gotten bigger than the bush itself.
And that's
that it was choking out.
Absolutely. And that's what happens in our lives when we consistently overlook the small stuff, right? The small stuff. You hear the saying, don't sweat.
Don't sweat the
small stuff, right?
And rule number 2 is all small stuff.
Right, exactly.
That concept now.
Because sometimes that small stuff is the seed of doubt, disbelief, and discord. That small stuff is what is standing in the way of your actual success. So it doesn't matter what else you write in that journal. It doesn't matter what else you put on your vision board. It doesn't matter what else. That's why the guided journey within is the precursor, the predecessor. It's green. You're not going to be able to see it.
But it's an actual book. I was waiting for an opportunity to bring that up again. The number one weed. The number one thing that kills your dreams and kills your plans starts with a D, rhymes with out. Okay, is the word doubt.
It is.
Doubt kills more starts than anything. Doubt keeps people from starting. Doubt kills dreams. It keeps you from even starting them or quitting them fast because of doubt. How do we fight doubt? I want your ideas. How do you fight doubt?
So I love that concept. And here's what's interesting. We talk about the mustard seed of faith.
Mm-hmm.
we talk about the mustard seed of faith. The Bill said the West Coast caught up with me today. I just got up.
Bill,
Well, you finally reset. I mean, you got to catch up on all of that sleep you lost.
We understand. Even though sleep can't be caught up, it's not stored like that.
I believe I be catching up sleep.
You did get sleep. You slept a bit much yesterday.
I said, you know what? Leave it here. The cat will get it. Because every time I got tired, I would lay down. Yes,
Pakistan.
That's right. These are my new earrings from Badar. These are my Christmas earrings. They're so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty.
They're very unique, actually, and they're pretty. They got roses underneath a hoop diamond thing.
They are so gorgeous. I love them. And I'm going to do my best to keep up with them because that's my biggest challenge and is having just one of those earrings.
Sister Vivian, how beautiful is that? She's reading about faith.
Yes, that's a way to increase your faith.
One of the number one your life is going to be the same as it is right now in the next 5 years, except for the books you choose to read, the things you choose to learn, and the people you choose to associate yourself with. What, you like the new coffee maker?
I like my coffee. I got salted caramel coffee, and I thought I was going to have to add creamer in it. It comes with everything.
Wow.
It's delicious.
We got it in the mail yesterday, our individualized coffee maker.
Word. So that we can have coffee at home. And ain't nobody got no time for no $5 coffee. So
I always had coffee at home, and I still like my French press.
French press is a leisurely experience.
Because it takes more work.
Because you've got to boil the water separately. You've got to have the grounds rest with the coffee, let it steep, press it out, and blah, 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 blah. And sometimes it could take 15 minutes to make, which is not really a lot of time. Imagine thinking that 15 minutes is a lot of time. Yeah. But 2-minute coffee is a more gooder. But, and you can have it at home.
Cups or the grounds, because I still have coffee that I like. So I could use the grounds in a little cup thing. Or I could just use K-cups.
And you can do all of that at home.
And we can do it all at home.
Because we work above our kitchen. Our office is above our kitchen. Above our kitchen?
No, our office is above the living room. The kitchen is
oh, you're right.
Our bedroom is above the kitchen.
Above the kitchen. I'm always turned around with that. But anyway, if you would like to be working from home more comfortably and you don't have an extra room for your studio, for your lab, or you just want a man cave or she shed, or you're just looking for a home in the mountains or by the beach, whatever it is that you're looking for, you don't want to do it alone. You want to reach out to Brenda Bookert. She's a real estate agent who's all heart
and no bug.
Brenda Bookert will help you to virtually navigate the sometimes difficult journey to home ownership. Give her a call at 704-649-7686 because
it's tricky to buy a home or sell a home. Don't do it alone. Choose Brenda.
Hey, choose Brenda. It's tricky to buy a home, to sell a home. Don't do it alone. Choose Brenda. Hey, choose Brenda.
We got to go to the top.
Who else we got, baby?
We're so engrossed with talking about working on your life instead of in your life. We didn't get to Melissa's home. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's home. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price. Now, even though I didn't take a sip of water right then, I did drink water before I came into this room this morning.
Brother Blackwell, good morning, Marcus.
Marcus, man, I love you so much, brother. I want you to know that, Marcus. You mean something to me, man. Your spirit means something to me.
Absolutely. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Dr. Deborah, Healing and Deliverance Coach. Mm-hmm.
You know, today is December the 23rd.
Yep.
So I think we're probably officially at that. If it's your birthday today or tomorrow or the next day or the day after that, or even the day after that, you're getting one present for both Christmas and birthday.
With the exception of my beautiful mother-in-law, if she happens to be watching, we promise not to bundle your Christmas and birthday.
This time, because she's got to have a lot of times in her life.
She's a Christmas Eve baby.
Yep.
And so that means, here you go.
This is for Christmas and your birthday.
This is for both of them. At least she gets a gift. By the time my birthday comes in January, I get, baby, we had just had Christmas with all them bills.
That's true.
Because my birthday comes when
3 weeks after Christmas, yes.
When that first credit card bill comes in after the holiday.
Oh, that's the case.
Yes, I know.
People put on our lives. We grew up with putting Christmas on credit cards.
Or layaway.
Oh gosh, layaway. You getting something, Mom? Anyway, Brittany Thomas is here as well.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah. Good morning.
Brittany, I am happy that you're here as well.
You skip Miss Vivian?
You never want to skip Miss Vivian.
No. You don't want to skip her because she'll show up in your dreams and haunt you.
I don't want to skip Miss Vivian.
Oh, Vivian, Vivian Reed is here. Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on.
Good morning, Miss Vivian. Did I see Miss Phyllis?
Yep.
Cynthia Murray's here. Cynthia Murray. I've got that sister with me. Good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning. Christmas.
There she is. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Scroll on down, baby. Scroll on down. Oh, it's Bree.
You can't play with my Bree.
No, you can't. Don't try to play
her out. Don't try to play her out. Good morning, Briggity Bree.
That's right. You got to sing.
I will. And I guess you say, what can make me feel this way?
Come on now.
Summer. Talking about summer. Now, did you ever have your conversation with Summer?
I called her, and she has yet to return my calls. I know that she has a very busy agenda.
Yes, she has a busy agenda.
She has a very busy agenda.
That's important. When the 4-year-old or 5-year-old say they want to have a talk with the adult, I think it's important. I want it to be honored. I want you guys to have that conversation.
Violet sky.
Good morning, Sister Violet Sky.
Good morning.
I hope hearing Violet Sky brings a smile to her face.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I wanted to respond to this when I saw this. Ms. Vivian, I love what you're saying. She said, I will become clearer in my intentions. I will become clearer in my language. And I want you to understand that remember, we talk about language here all the time. We talk about language all the time.
It will be.
Understand that even stronger than I will is I am.
Mm-hmm.
Even stronger than I will is I am. I am clearer in my intentions. I am clearer in my language. I love that you are being intentional with them, and I want to support you.
It's because your brain can't wrap around vague. It just can't. But if you give your brain a number or something that's stated as is, then your brain can wrap around it. And when your brain wraps around it, it moves towards it.
Absolutely.
I need you to go out there and get me as many rebounds as you can. What's that? You don't know what that is, so your brain does nothing with that. You have one game where you get 10 rebounds, one game where you get 2. I need you to get me 10 rebounds a game. Okay, great. That's 5 rebounds I have, 10 rebounds a game, 2.5 rebounds per quarter. My brain can tangibly wrap around that, and my actions can reflect that.
That's absolutely true, honey. That's also why your goals, your manifestations, your visions must have a value on them. They need to be smart goals. We talk about that all the time. They need to be specific, and the next letter is actually key. Measurable. You need to have something that you can say, yes, I got this, or no, I didn't. Right?
Keep score.
How else are you going to keep score? If I'm going to do lives. Well, great. 1 a year, or is it going to be 3 a week, or is it going to be 5 a week? What is that specific number? And it also helps you to not just measure whether or not you've accomplished it, but also to then be able to evaluate it at the end of that time and determine whether or not it was an accurate measurement. Did I make it too easy on myself, or did I make it not easy
Which some of
enough?
my clients have done to me before. That was an easy target, hitting one of those things a day. So I bumped up my system to get 3 a day or 4 a day. How much fun would bowling be if you didn't get a chance to see the pins fall down? Okay. If they put a curtain up there so the ball rolls under the curtain, you don't know how many you did. Keeping score is more fun. Okay. Keeping score is more fun. Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so,
and
we
we
always
always
will.
will.
Our friend Bill. Good morning to our friend Bill. Thank you. Thank you for making time to join us today, Bill. Let's talk about working on your life. I just can't get away from this. I think I'm a smart guy, but for most of my life, I did not know what I know now. Okay. I didn't. I didn't know this stuff. And the older I get, the more and more I am convinced the way we think about a thing before we do it is more important than what we put our hands to, what's in our minds, the level of expectations. Now, even though I've known examples of this forever, it bounced way up there.
I got it. No worry about it. I don't need it right this second.
Okay. But our expectations.
Yes.
One of my favorite, you got something to add right there?
Well, I was going to say that it's not only expectation, it's almost like dress rehearsal.
Yeah. Mental dress rehearsal. How good would the play be if you didn't have any dress rehearsals?
There's more comments and you haven't gone down.
Oh, let's go down.
But go ahead.
Let's catch up with comments first.
Okay. Let's go after Bill.
Okay, West Coast time. We got that. Keep going.
Reading about faith helps with unbelief. Absolutely. Man. Bill says, I'm learning to defeat or manage my doubt is by acknowledging it and reminding myself what I have faith in.
Merry Christmas from Marcus.
We love you back. And Melissa says, my aunt celebrated her 60th birthday yesterday. I sent her 2 cards. LOL. Absolutely. We got your song, Miss Vivian. We ain't missed your song. And Brother Blackwell says, I'm jumping in and out this morning working on my new products. Well, go ahead now. And
you said you was called back.
I called back.
Okay.
I called back.
Grandma Lisa, you have a busy schedule. Okay. Yeah. People assume that a lot of times. So we'll take up the mantle. I want that conversation.
Absolutely. I'll call her back.
Okay. I'm reaping the rewards of my work in 2021.
Amen. That's right. I am. Amen. Amen. That rebound breakdown is on time, Brian. That's how I produce my soaps daily. 130 bars before 2 p.m. Well, go ahead. I am the soap goat.
Now, I'm going to tell you this example. I'm going to tell you this. And I'm hoping Marcus is here to hear this as well because of what he just said. But this school decided, this city and these psychologists decided to run an experiment with these schools, with the school teachers. So what they did was they had the school teachers come in and they had 3 teachers and they put these 3 teachers in their office and they said, look, based upon how well you guys have taught and how effective you've been, we've decided to bless you. Each one of you guys is going to get 30 wonderful students this year. You're going to get 30 students that have demonstrated talent, creativity, and brains that you're going to have a great time with. Because you've been such good teachers, we're going to bless you with 30 great students each. And they were excited, like, we're great. And what happened was they gave these teachers, these 30 students, and just as you might expect, they had an amazing year.
Phenomenal.
The teachers enjoyed the students. They maxed out the grading. It was just a great year all the way around. The kids loved the teachers loved the kids, and they all got educated wonderfully well. Now, at the end of the school year, they brought the teachers back in. They said, we gotta confess something. We ran an experiment on you guys. She goes, okay, what is it? Those 30 kids that each one of you guys have, they weren't special in any way. We just chose them at random. Those 30 kids you got, they were just chosen at random. And the teacher's like, oh, okay, well, we still had a great year. And they were thinking that's because we're such great teachers. And he said the other part of our experiment was we drew your names out of a hat. Okay. But what is the experiment about? The law of expectation. They told the teachers that you guys had demonstrated gift, skills, and talents and that you were great. They said to the teachers, because you were so great, you're going to be rewarded with this. And they acted that way.
Mm-hmm.
They expected to have a good year, and they had a good year.
Absolutely.
Now, that law of expectations, we can use that on purpose. Do you expect to win? Or do you expect to lose? Do you expect to find love? Or do you expect to not find love? The law of expectations. I hope that story blessed somebody.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. There was another caveat to that story as well, and that was when the students, I mean, excuse me, when the teachers found out that the students were just every regular student, they began to think that, well, maybe it was because I'm a very special teacher.
I did say that, yes.
Oh, I was asleep.
I covered that part. Yep. And then he said, actually, we drew your names out of a hat. Those three teachers.
I was sleeping.
It's okay. That's an important caveat.
It is an important caveat. It is very important because I need you to hear that it is the power of intention is so much more than just a daydream. It's so much more than just a mantra. It is about rehearsing it in your mind, meaning that you are actually doing it in your mind so that those things so that faith can become the substance of things hoped for, the evidence, so that faith can be the evidence of things that are not seen yet.
You see a great movie trailer. This movie's got all this action and stuff, like something like Fast and Furious. You see the movie trailer, and then you start thinking, oh man, I gotta go see that. That movie's gonna be great. And then when the time comes for you to see the movie, you're anticipating enjoying the movie.
Yes.
And guess what happens?
Most of the time.
Most of the time, guess what happens? You enjoy the movie.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So we want to make sure that this year, moving into your 2021, that you're taking that time to work on your life as well as in your life.
Spend 5 minutes of preparation. 5 minutes of preparation is worth 10 times of trying and failing.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Now I'm leaving the guided journey within at 50% off. I had intended it for only to be 50% off on Black Friday, but I found that the people that got in on that first round, I have received so many testimonials. I have received so much positive feedback at the importance of it that before releasing the 2021 manifestation planner, I really, really, really want you to understand the importance of this as the foundation of it.
Please explain the whole system.
So the guided journey within is a 31-day process that you get to take independently with instruction from me. So you get to take it independently, but I show you how it works in that first time that we take that journey within together, because it's guided. You get to focus on manifesting and then tapping into what you truly are supposed to be bringing about. And then you get to identify any of the things that are standing in your way. There was procrastination that was standing in some people's way. There was limiting beliefs that were standing in some people's way. They were holding on to some of the wrong thoughts that was standing in people's way. They
were accepting things as truth that were not.
And we had to remove those things because those were seeds. Those seeds were weeds. They were going to be the one thing that choked out their success. And if you don't get rid of those weeds, that's why it's like preparing the soil. The guided journey within is preparing the soil for your success. And the companion cards, once we talked about them before, the companion cards are to help you to develop the mindset necessary for overtaking any of those seeds, any of those weed seeds that got left behind. And these neutralize those weed seeds by putting and infusing power and strength in you.
So it's a book, a guided book, a structured manual, basically, a card set to reset and to shock out and kill out those weeds.
Absolutely. And then there are other tools that I included because For those who understand the law of attraction, it is about creating the atmosphere for the thing that you are seeking to come to you. It's about creating the atmosphere. And the way that you really develop the vibration is by integrating all of your senses in the process, all of your senses. So sight, hearing, taste,
Sound, taste,
touch, and smell, and they are all included in this toolkit, as well as the protection.
You got some smell?
Yeah, smell.
You got a smell in there? Okay.
Yeah, it's smell in there. It's smell in there. Uh,
Brianna says,
uh-huh.
First off, Marcus says, I expect to win the race I'm running.
Yes.
I am winning in all caps. I received that, Brian. Brianna says, some things that can be standing in people's way can be clutter in their house. When you have a space that is neat and organized, it can change how you think and feel.
Absolutely. That's why we had our housekeeper come in last week, because I was feeling closed in by the
Every
clutter.
time that we don't have, if we go too long without having our housekeeper, we like our house less.
Yes, absolutely.
But when the house has been done professionally,
it's like, yes, we can do this. We can do this. Absolutely.
Brianna, this has been an area for you for a very long time. My daughter made a statement one time when we were visiting her. She made a statement one time that I thought was peculiar, and I kept it. And she says, we'd like to have people come to our home because that keeps them keeping the house clean.
Incentive for keeping the house
clean. When they know they're going to have guests, you got to clean up extra because you're going to have guests. So that's why she wanted to regularly have people come and visit them as whatever mental trick she needed to do to keep her home.
I don't have that.
Guest ready. Well, no, a lot less people have that now because of COVID.
Yes, absolutely.
Visiting like that, and I don't want you to visit my house like that, and I don't want to come visit yours either.
No, no, thank you.
It's real.
But so identifying those, including all of those things in your process of planning for your future, of manifesting the life that you want, including those tools in there, will amplify your vibrations. Dr. Deborah says, I'm so glad that I purchased this tool and started this journey. Some amazing things have come about. I announced some of it on my show last night, but everyone will be seeing more. Understand, that's amazing. I'm so glad. But understand, there are things that she had to let go of in order to attract or allow into her sphere of manifestation what it was that her heart truly desired. And I'm telling you that the guided journey within is a game changer. I am leaving it at 50% off. You can go to IamLisaSantiago.com and purchase your kit, because it's only while supplies last. I made a short supply of this journey because since I'm taking it with you, I can only take a few people in that process.
Yes. I'm so glad Dr. Deborah is getting a lot out of this here, because here's something else I want you to know. Not only do you have to, like Lisa tells the story, pluck them up, pluck those weeds up, and then you pluck them up again, and then pluck them up again. You're going to have to continue doing this forever. Because if you ever stop working on your life, weeds and doubt will retake it again. And they're laying in wait, okay, to take over. They're trying to take over your mind. So you're going to have to keep on doing this again and again and again. I once went to a Valentine's relationship dinner, banquet, many years ago. And I had a couple there that were facilitating. And they were great. They gave a workshop on how to make relationships work, and they were great. And at the end of their formal stuff, they had Q&A. And because they had seen, it was a great workshop and seminar, and they had it all together. Okay, the couple did. They had it all together. And somebody asked the question, when did you guys finally put it all together and make the whole relationship work? And when did y'all finally get it all together and got it clicking and not have to worry about it anymore? And he said,
call you.
He said tonight, and then tomorrow we'll have to start again.
Absolutely.
Tonight. Absolutely. Just for that moment, they had it right.
Life and relationships work the same. You have to continually work on them. life, relationship, and horticulture. Anybody who knows gardening knows that it is not a hands-off experience.
Leave your garden alone for a little while, see what happens to it.
It's not. It's not a hands-off experience. It's a hands-on.
That's a great example.
I'm nurturing and killing 3 little plants every day.
They're not dead though.
One of them's dead.
No, it's not. Even that dead one has some. Even that dead plant you have there, that potted plant you have there, still has a green stalk on it with green leaves.
Yeah, and I wish she would just die. I don't want the responsibility of it all.
Well, you could kill it.
I don't want the responsibility of it all. It's a lot of responsibility.
That's another thing too. When I worked in corporate, last corporate job I liked, many years ago, we had it was that a lot of people were there. They had a fishbowl full of secretaries, a bunch of women that worked in this glass enclosure, and everybody else worked around them. We had to walk around the glass enclosure where all the ladies worked. And there was one lady, secretary.
When was this, in the 60s?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It seems like it, right?
That is so horrible.
Yep, that's how it was. They was in the fishbowl.
Oh God, go ahead.
To walk around and see them. And there was this one secretary, she quit and she left this potted plant on her desk. And nobody touched her desk. Nobody replaced her. So the potted plant wilted and it just sat there. Just sat there. A potted plant. Probably about 6 months. And for some reason, I went in there and I took it. I was promoted to something. I took her plant and I put it on my desk and I didn't know what I was doing, but I poured a bunch of water on it. I poured a bunch of water on it. It was an amaryllis plant, which is kind of like a cactus, but it has a beautiful flower. I didn't know what it was, but I poured a bunch of water on it, sat it on my desk, and very shortly after that, that plant started to bloom. And then it produced, and I set water in it, and it produced a beautiful flower. And I was so puzzled that for 6 months, that thing was totally neglected and gave it a little bit of attention, and it bloomed.
And that's exactly how your life can work. So even if you have been lying dormant, even if you spent 2020 lying dormant and just allowing life to occur, you can still pick up that mantle. You can still water your heart. You can still pluck out those weed seeds, and you can still manifest the life of your dreams. And this guided journey within really is a process that will help you to tap into that. I welcome you to get it. I love Cynthia's comment. You want to read that, babe?
Sure. She goes, I like this topic. Also, for me, it's important to recognize the weed as what it is. Sometimes a weed will produce beautiful foliage or a flower and disguise itself as a desirable addition to my garden of life.
Trickery.
How
many of us love Cynthia, dandelions?
You just spoke a word right there.
You just spoke a word. I mean, my childhood was filled with positive images of dandelions. Yes. They were what you could make wishes on, not even realizing that every time you blew that fur off the dandelion, you were spreading more weed.
But that was the purpose of the dandelion. Why are they so easy to be blown off? That's what it's for. But
that's how the enemy is.
Yes, and the trickery.
Yes.
Because they produce a flower. But it's still a weed.
Yes, because it also has a flower, that beautiful yellow bud that it has on it. Yep. I have one of those actually pressed in my in one of my Bibles, because Brandon brought me a flower that he had plucked from the garden, and it was a weed. And I'm like, oh, it's the most beautiful thing, because we look at these things as desirable. They have, they're flowers. They're beautiful.
I want to talk about those real life trickery weeds that look like flowers.
Absolutely.
It could be distractions. It could be people that come in your life.
Yes. Oh, Slewfoot. There's another one of those saying, oh, Slewfoot.
Watch out for
old Slewfoot. I don't know what a Slewfoot looked like, but I know that when my grandmother was talking about the devil, he was old Slewfoot. He was usually a tall drink of water with his feet pointing out like this. And she was like, old Slewfoot coming in here sniffing around the hen house.
Right. That happens when you're doing something good. When you're making something happen. Those trickery weeds can come in.
Yes.
So how do you combat that? You got to keep reinforcing what you do. You got to keep reminding yourself what your purpose is. You got to continue working on yourself and on your life. Actually, Cynthia, I'm glad you like this topic. I like this topic too.
Absolutely, absolutely. I like the card that's on the top here that we talked about it before. I surrender to greatness is the card of the guided journey within expansion pack for the amazing mindfulness cards. I surrender to gratefulness is it's a conscious decision to look away from the possibility of failure and look towards the possibility of success.
You know, the beautiful thing about it takes no more energy it takes no more creativity to think about the possibility of success versus the penalty of failure.
Do you really believe that?
You think it takes more or less?
I think that
it's the same.
I think
it's the same energy.
I don't know. You get so much help with thinking of failure.
And it's easier to think of failure. It's natural.
Right.
Okay. It's natural. Your brain goes there. Well, maybe I'm going with this. Like the energy and the creativity it takes to worry about a thing. Because sometimes you have to get creative to create a reason to worry about something. I believe that same energy can be used to create a reason not to worry or a reason to create a positive expectancy.
I think that it's more than thought that is engaged in that, which is why I think that all of the senses need to be engaged.
This is awesome.
Because I think that there are certain chemicals that are present in the positive. There are different chemicals, and those chemicals can either combat depression or the lack of them can increase the possibility of depression. And depression often increases worry and and those thoughts. So that's why I think it's so important to have your toolkit, to have your preparation.
I'm going along with your way of thinking there, especially when you add in the chemical imbalances. And those things happen because of stress. Okay. And sometimes we create stress, sometimes stress is put upon us, but we've lived through a very stressful year.
Yeah, and that's just it. So the thing is, stress is everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. It's your response to stress that determines the outcome, right? Because there are people that thrive in stress, right? That's those of us who say, I wait to the last minute because I do my best work there. I know that there are people that don't believe that or disbelieve that. However, I know that there is a chemical release that is present when that clock is ticking.
Yeah.
And that chemical release now is assisting.
It's fuel.
Is exactly in getting that thing done. So understanding yourself will help you to determine how best you need to respond to what stressors you need in your life. Because some people need stressors. I have met some young women that did not begin to actualize themselves until they were in life or death situations.
And a lot of that.
Right? Until they had a child that they had to provide for, until they had to step up and take over for their family. Those actualizations were brought about because of the presence of stress and their decision to respond to it. Because they could have collapsed. They could have decided to collapse.
Children are in that situation where they have to be the guiding force for the family.
Good morning, Brother Kelly.
Queen Lisa, stress is neither good or bad. It's our reaction to stress that's good or bad. Yeah.
And learning and identifying how you want to respond to certain stressors before they come. Again, that's the in work. That's the working on your life instead of just in your life. And instead of just living your life like
around being led by whatever comes, you decide and take the wheel.
Absolutely.
You steer a ship without someone manning the rudder, manning the wheel.
Absolutely.
Okay, what happens to that ship? It goes wherever the wind tosses it.
Yeah, and I don't want to be tossed to and fro.
And neither do you.
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that. But I do think that unconsciously, we allow that to happen in our lives because sometimes we don't move until the stress is burning, hurting, or pressuring.
It's 8:47. We only have 8 minutes more, but Lisa just mentioned something, and between Lisa and Kelly and all that stuff, I'm thinking of quadrant 2 activities. Okay. Now, the 4 quadrants that we learned in Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Quadrant, and he talks about how we spend our time. But quadrant 1 are things that are important to do and urgent. You got to handle this right now. It's a fire. Okay. Sometimes we spend our time doing stuff that's important and urgent. Can't be put off. Okay. Quadrant 2 are things that are important to do,
but not urgent.
They're important to do, but not urgent. Eating right, exercising, saying thank you, following up, building your business, planning out your life is a quadrant 2 activity. No one's going to say you have to design your life today, but it's an important thing to do.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to be real quick because I want to read Dr. Deborah's statement there. Quadrant 3 activities are things that are not important, but urgent. They're not really important, but if it's going to get done, you got to do it right now. Sometimes it's a TV show, cell phone, meetings. Sometimes they're not really important.
Check an email.
It's not really important, but you find it urgent. Not important, but urgent.
Those dings on your phone that say you got a notification.
Yeah, that could very well be quadrant 3 time usage. And then quadrant 4 are things that are not important and not urgent. And it's amazing that we spend a lot of time doing things that are not important and are not urgent. Most television we watch is not important and not urgent to do.
Absolutely. But the other thing,
and videos, go ahead.
Absolutely. And the other thing is that we often spend time in what we think is the most important, and that's quadrant 1, because that's where all the fire alarms are going on.
If you're living in quadrant 1, if you're only doing things that are important and urgent, that means you've not yet gained control over your life.
You haven't structured it, and you're still living in your life and not working on it.
To the degree that you can. You want to spend as much of your time as you can in quadrant 2. Your money, your victories, your success happens because of things that you do that are important to do, but not urgent.
Absolutely. And in order to do that, you have to take stock of what needs to be done so that you can classify and qualify where things need to go. That's where the manifestation planner works, right?
That's where the guided
the guided journey within helps you to identify what those things are. And then the manifestation planner will help you to categorize where they are.
I still think they both are quadrant 2.
They both are. Yeah. They go together, but they have their place as well. They have their place. Dr. Deborah says neurologists have actually found that it actually takes the same brain energy, but those things that we do constantly can become habit, and our habits don't need a lot of work to bring about.
Thank you for that perspective.
Thank you for that clarification.
That makes sense to me, actually.
Absolutely.
Y'all on fire.
Fire. So listen, I am keeping the guided journey within at 50% off. You can go to IamLisaSantiago.com and order it right on the front page. You will be the first ones to receive the notification when the manifestation journey for 2021 comes out. You will have a guided journey within webinar with me that will be scheduled. And you will be able to weed your garden, identify the things that have been standing in your way from the success that you have been putting on that raggedy ass vision board year after year after year after year that may not have manifested, not because it wasn't for you, but because you had not first tilled the soil. Because you had not first removed the obstacles, because you had not first prepared the way for your success, and then set up a system that you could attract the vibrations for it to come to you.
If the farmer didn't till the soil, how good would his garden be?
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be as good.
It might produce
sure
something here and there, intermittently.
Sure. And how about that? You even and I have to own this for myself. Even in my failure, I was successful.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that even in the times, the years, and the areas that I was still operating with some failings, not that I haven't fixed everything, but some really significant failings. Psychological failings, emotional failings, bondage failings, I was still manifesting fruit.
It's amazing when you were going through those failings and when I was going through them. Sometimes we thought we were on the right path and we couldn't see it right then. But when we look back on it, we know that was a part of what it took to get us to the victories that we have today.
Victory.
They had to happen. You had to have those feelings that
Absolutely.
make you who you are.
Absolutely.
We get ready to clear the way because very soon, coffee time with Coach Ja is
That's
going to
right.
be here.
Got my
That happens
coffee
at
today.
10. Yes, we do have our individual coffee maker now. We're happy about that.
Victory is mine. Victory is mine.
Lisa's really happy about it.
Victory today.
Yesterday, I participated in a Secret Santa event with V Team, which is virtual team, a networking organization that I got involved with about maybe 3 months ago, and Lisa got involved with, a week or two ago or 3 weeks ago, something like that. This month, Lisa got involved with V Team, a separate V Team, virtual networking organization, and we both really, really like it. They actually have made a difference in my life, V Team, and my group meets on Wednesdays at 10. So I got to get out there and go to V Team. But last night we had our Secret Santa, and they've been clowning me about it because I got a great gift. I got a individual cigar ashtray, okay, and it's shiny and it's got a gold trim on it. It's black, and I like it a lot. So I was admiring my gift, and I even grabbed the cigar out of my humidor and see what it would look like. The one cigar, it's definitely designed just for one cigar, one person, very personalized, and it's sexy. So I've seen posts in the group like, we should get everyone to take a picture of their gift and post it if we can get Brian to stop admiring his gift. So they saw me appreciating my gift on camera.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, we're excited. I hope that you come back and join me at 4 p.m. today. My special guest is Michelle DeWitt. You guys had a little taste of her early on in the week.
Friday.
That's right, earlier on. And I'm telling you, if you really want to hear the scoop, the real scoop, the real inside track, I promise you, you join in, tune in right here with me at 4 p.m. She will be here. We are taking the gloves off, no stone unturned. Join us right here. No holds barred. How do you bar hold?
Like in wrestling, like a chokehold.
Oh, a hold. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was a hole.
No holds barred?
Yes.
That could have more connotations, yes.
But we'll see you tomorrow. Make sure that you tune in right here. Let's talk about it. And
no holds barred is what we have as a marriage in our household.
No holds barred.
Right.
I cannot with you. That is horrible. That is horrible, horrible, horrible. That is horrible. We will be back tomorrow. Don't forget to have sex.